Hey everybody, it's Dina Rico with the Creativity Cave, and I'm here to show you 2 alternative projects for Paper Pumpkin, plus I will show you how to make the actual projects in this month's Paper Pumpkin kit, which is called Batter Up. And I am not even going to lie when I tell you I don't like this kit at all. I'm not into baseball, don't like it, not a fan, don't watch it, don't know a thing about it, don't care. But I do know some people who do like baseball. So here you go. I think my cards are pretty nice, actually. And I know I'm going to send them to somebody who will appreciate them, because honestly, I don't. That's just me being brutally honest, honestly. But what I really like about this kit is I can make cards for like boys or girls who are in baseball or softball, to like the men in my family who like baseball, and give them. Actually, my aunt is a huge baseball fan, so I can make these cards and give them to her because she will appreciate them, whereas I could care less. Give me a flower any day of the week. Anyway, but I really like the fact that as a Paper Pumpkin kit, I have all of this stuff and I didn't have to like buy a stamp set and dies or anything like that. Now there is a new stamp set that I think would go really nicely with this set, that's in the new catalog, and it's a baseball cap set. I have it on order. I actually wasn't even going to get that either, but then I kind of saw how that might be kind of handy for men's cards. So it did end up getting put on my list. I'm just looking for it. I think it's at the very beginning. I can't remember the name of that one either. I just ordered it, so it's not here yet. But y'all know what I'm talking about probably because you've been through this catalog about a billion times, right? I know I have been looking at it quite a bit myself. Just can't get enough sometimes. Oh, and I still can't find the set. But anyway, here it is. Hats Off bundle. So I thought this might go nicely with this baseball set as well. Okay, so let me show you what I did create with it. And then I also have so the kit comes with some double bubbles. So I decorated one too. I mean, it's really simple, but this might be kind of cute, like at a party or something, or like if you have friends over to watch baseball, or like when the World Series comes I think it's in the fall. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Anyway, so let me show you. Oh dear. Okay, so first of all, the kit, our Paper Pumpkin kits come in this cute box, which I love, and all the stuff that you need to create the projects is included. The directions got a little snazzy update. They're now all in color. That's right. Color directions with all the steps listed. And then I kind of like this. This is sort of like a summary. These are the pieces you need for each project. So I think that's pretty cool too. But I love this. And then of course, Paper Pumpkin always includes some great alternatives on the back. So that's really nice. There's also a little teaser about next month's Paper Pumpkin kit. It's going to coordinate with our Expressions in Color suite. That's featured on the cover of the annual catalog. So doesn't that look cool? And the box is going to be like this. So I'm excited about that. One of the things I love about Paper Pumpkin is it comes with a stamp set. And this month's stamp set is actually pretty awesome. You can use this for a lot of things that aren't baseball related. So like, you're the greatest of all time, you're the best. And then it's got words: mom, brother, uncle, son, ever, like you're the best ever, friend, so you can personalize all of this stuff to whatever you need. Now, I suggest leaving the personalization blank so that when you need a card, you can quickly personalize it with the right word. So whether it's friend or dad or brother or whatever, you can make it happen. So let me show you my cards. I'm going to, like I said, I'll show you how to do the actual cards from the kit when I'm done with my alternatives, but I thought I'd throw the alternatives up first. So I'm going to start with basically the exact same supplies for both cards. I'm just switching out the things from the kit that I'm using. So I'll start with a half a sheet of Night of Navy ink, and then I have a 4 by 5 1/4 inch piece of Misty Moonlight. I love these two colors together. They look fantastic. I'm going to do a little stamping on the background of my layer here. Whoops, I don't need this. I need this to protect my work surface here. So what I'm going to do is take that baseball cap and some Misty Moonlight ink, and I just got it all over my thumb. There we go. I was doing pretty well without ink, but that is now done. Anyway, I'm just going to take and stamp the baseball hat all over my card in Misty Moonlight ink on the Misty Moonlight cardstock. And you can see I'm turning this in all different directions, like so. And then I will adhere this to my card base and just fill in all those empty areas. Okay, I'll take and attach this with some seal. There we go. And then I'll set that aside. I've taken a piece. Oops, I forgot to cut one of the pieces. We'll do that quick. I need a piece of 3 1/4 by 3. I'm pretty sure. Real red. So let me quick cut that. 3 1/4 by 3. I'm almost sure that's the size of this piece. Yep, that's it. You're welcome. And then I'm going to do a little technique. So I'm gonna show you kind of a cool technique called Faux Suede. If you've watched a lot of my videos, you've, I'm sure, seen me do this before, because it's something I like to show quite regularly. This is a technique I learned many years ago, but I really like it, and it adds a nice touch of texture to whatever you're doing, and it can be great on a feminine or masculine card. It doesn't really matter. But it's a really cool thing. So I'm just taking my bone folder and going back and forth, upside down, right side, all different directions with my cardstock. And what that does is it starts to separate the layers of the paper. And when that happens, they literally are going to start coming apart. And then you pull them apart to finish it off. So you can see the layers just start to separate. You can pull them apart. And then you've got 2 pieces of cardstock, so you can use that other piece on something. And what's left is this we call Faux Suede pattern, or not pattern, texture, I guess. Okay, so I'm going to take this and carefully apply my seal to this. Now this layer is literally half, or sometimes even a little less, half a layer of cardstock, so it's a little bit more fragile. So I'm just going to put it up onto my card like that. Okay, then this is one of the little punch out pieces from the kit. So it's pre-printed and easy peasy. So I'll take this and pop it up onto my card. Oh, look at, that's a new sheet of dimensionals. So awesome. Then the last thing I'm going to do, and you could, so it says you're a league in your own, and then you could personalize this with your kit. The stamp set has, you know, all those words, and there's actually in the kit itself, there's a little sheet of punched pieces. So you could personalize it on one of these and then just add it to your card, or leave it blank because it's fine. And what I'm going to do with this is just do a little teeny embellishment. Your kit comes with these little resin dots, which I love. They're nice and thin, so they'll mail nicely. So I'm just going to take my take your pick tool and plop a couple of these babies on here like so. And that adds a nice little touch to my card without it being real girly. Okay, so there's my first card, really easy. My second card is going to be Seam Supplies. As far as cardstock is concerned. So I'm going to use that half sheet of Night of Navy. We'll give it a good crease, and then I've got the 4 by 5 1/4 Misty Moonlight. And like the before, I'm going to do a little stamping on here. I'm going to take the All-Star stamp from my little stamp set, and I'm going to stamp this kind of all over my card like this. And notice I'm kind of stamping full strength and stamping off. Okay, now if I go off the edge, I will stamp it again to get that little extra bit on there. That looks pretty good. You don't want to get too crazy. And then I've taken the pieces from the kit, the die cut pieces in here. Let me get rid of this piece because it's kind of a little messy. But what I'm going to do with this is I've got these 2 baseball bat punch outs, and then I've got the All-Star die cut. I've got the baseball itself, and then there's a little red strip. So I'll take the red strip and kind of use that as the basis for everything. So I'm just going to throw a little adhesive in the center here, and then I'll position my baseball bats kind of crisscross across the middle like that. Okay, so that looks good. You can adjust them if you need to. Then I'm going to put my baseball on here. Now, if I'm sneaky, I can put a little sentiment right there. So let me show you my sample. I'm going to stamp Dad right there. So you can use that. Or you can leave it blank and put whatever you would want on there. Actually, I think I'll leave it blank so that I can let my aunt decide what she wants to do with this. So I'm just going to put some little edge pieces from my dimensionals on here and then add my baseball. So in terms of giving this to my aunt as a gift, what I was thinking I would do is actually just stamp a bunch of those little strips from the kit with the different words, and then she can add them however she wants to the card. So that's kind of handy. All right. I'm just putting a couple dimensionals. I had a leftover sheet there. We'll finish this sheet off, and we'll pop the All-Star up like so. Very cute. And then I can adhere this whole piece quite easily to my stamped pattern. Now, before I stamp this down, what I want to do is kind of make sure that where I've added the stamping kind of makes sense. And I'm going to throw one more stamped off word kind of up there just to fill in things a little bit, and then maybe one more over here like that. Okay, and that just fills out the sheet a little bit. And one more. Okay, you can get carried away, as I believe I have here. But just, I like having the background in there. Okay, we'll attach this to our card base just as we did before, and we'll embellish with a couple of those resin dots because they just look so cute. All right, then the last thing, well, two more things I'm going to show you. First is how I made the cute little bubblegum wrapper, because that's just easy. Okay, so there we go. There's that. Pretty fun. All right, now my bubblegum wrapper is going to take one of my double bubbles, and I'm going to take the other piece, and we're just going to try eating this. I don't know. It's probably hard. Oh, it's not too bad. Gosh, I haven't tasted double bubble in years. I don't even think it's going to break my teeth, so that's nice. Okay, I've got this. I cut 1 inch off for my first double bubble, but I think I'm just going to use the remainder of this piece. This is one of the cutout pieces from the kit. I'm going to get it to wrap around here. And to do that, I'm just going to use my bone folder to curl it. And that makes it want to wrap around this really nicely. Then what I'm going to do is put some adhesive down. I'm not actually going to adhere it to the double bubble. I'm going to make it so it slides right off. But I'll wrap it up. And there's my double bubble. So really cute. Then what I did is I took the All-Star. I had to take the gum out of my mouth because it's such a big piece. It's hard to talk with it in my mouth. I know that sounds terrible. Okay, so then I'm going to stamp the All-Star. I hope, if nothing else, this is entertaining for you. So that looks awesome. And I'm just going to trim this out. And to trim it, I'm going to leave a little border of white. And I'm just going to go around. Note when I'm trimming out something like this, it's kind of intricate, I always keep my snips in one spot and then I move the cardstock around. And I find that helps me keep a fairly consistent little border around everything. And I do a little bit better job at cutting. And sometimes it's kind of relaxing to fussy cut stuff. I mean, not everything, but, you know, once in a while, something like this isn't so bad. Okay, so I'm really going into the nooks and crannies of this baby because I really like the look of this. Okay. We're almost there. Okay, now we're just going to pop that up onto our little piece of double bubble. I'm just going to put a couple mini dimensionals on here because they'll fit just a little better, like that, and then we'll just pop it up onto that little wrapper. And we'll stick it on like that. Isn't that cute? I mean, it's just a fun little treat that you could set out on a table with your snacks and goodies if you're having some kind of baseball gathering. I don't know. All right, so let me show you how the cards come together in the kit. You've got all these cutout pieces. There's 3 different card bases and, of course, the matching envelopes. So let me show you how I put these together. It's so easy. And, of course, this is all found easily in those color instructions that I mentioned. Okay, so for the first card, we're going to need the All-Star, the 2 bats, the red strip, and the baseball. And the other thing that's kind of fun about this is you can make that coordinating envelope match as well. And I'll show you some tips on that in just a second. Okay, so for this, oops, I needed my red strip and the baseball. Okay, so for this, I'm going to take and adhere my little strip of red. And kind of like before, that's going to sort of anchor everything together. Then I'm going to add my 2 bats, and they will crisscross kind of like my thing, but not as quite the same steep angle. Okay, then we'll add the baseball bat, ball, which I just love. And you can pop this up or keep it flat. And then we're also, if you want, you can add the sentiment of your choice on here. So if you wanted to write dad or son or whatever, you could stamp that right there. Again, I'm going to leave mine blank so that my aunt can choose what she'd like to do with them. And then I'm going to put the All-Star on here like so. Then we'll take and use a few of our resin dots to add some kind of fun to this. Okay, so we'll put a couple of red and a couple of yellow ones on here like that. Okay, so there's our first card. So easy. Now, here's my suggestion for the envelope is you can take and make it coordinate. So I'm going to take some Night of Navy and that All-Star, and I'm just going to stamp that in the corner of my envelope, and then you can address it as usual. Okay, so that's a nice touch. Second card is going to be this one with kind of the wood grain background. And this is also a really good looking card. We'll take the die cut pieces we need. So this is kind of is this like home plate, or is this a patch on your uniform? Is this like a pocket on your butt of your uniform, or is it home plate? I'm not really sure. Can you tell? I'm so not into this. And then here's the piece. This is the piece I used for the wrapper. I just trimmed it down. But we're going to add these two pieces, and you guys are going to try not to laugh at me. I know, it'll be tricky. I'm sure you'll manage somehow. Okay, so I'm going to put this piece down on here, pretty much right smack dab in the middle. And then I'm going to pop this piece up. So I'm going to say, I'm going to stamp from the stamp set, "You're the best." And I'll do that in Night of Navy, because that's the spot that we get in our kit, Night of Navy. I like to keep mine. I use them for, because I have the ink pads, I use them for giveaways for people. But these are kind of great for new stampers, you know. Okay, now I've got my dimensionals on here, but I'm going to add, the kit comes with some twine. It actually comes with a sheet of dimensionals too, which of course we'll save since I have a sheet started already. I'm going to wrap my twine around my fingers a couple times like this, and then it's just going to be a little hanging out the sides of my sheet here. Okay, so maybe make it a little bigger loops so you can see that. There we go. And then of course the dimensionals sort of hold everything on, which is great. Maybe I'll trim this one a little bit. Okay, so there we go. And then I'm going to add just a couple of our little dots here. So that's really nice. And then sorry, we gotta decorate. We gotta decorate here. So "You're the best." And then of course, if you want, you can add the little dad or whatever to the bottom of that. So now our envelope matches nice. Okay, and last but not least, we've got this kind of fun Starbursty card. Okay, for this, we're going to add that baseball card looking piece. I don't know, is that what that's supposed to be? I'm not sure. I'm so lame, aren't I? I really just am not a fan of baseball. I never have understood it. I think it goes back to the days when I was a kid. I used to be a school patrol, and they had school patrol day at the Metrodome in Minneapolis, where the Twins played, because that's where I'm from, in Minnesota originally. And so they had us come, which was cool. You know, we got to go see a baseball game in appreciation for our major efforts as school patrols. Because, as you know, how would those kids have ever gotten across the street? I say that jokingly because I lived in a town of 500, so like there were only 4 cars anyway during school. So I just made a loop like that, and then it almost looks like a bow, and we're just gonna glue dot this to our kit. And your kit comes with little dots, but I'm just gonna pull a glue dot here because I have them handy, so I don't have to go searching for my dots. They're in my kit box somewhere. Okay, so I'm going to put that right here. And then I'm going to finish my school patrol story because I know you guys are just dying to hear it. So the Metrodome, as you might know, it's a dome. And so there's pressure, it's pressurized. And I was just a teeny tiny scrawny little kid. And we're there for school patrol day. And the pressure basically blows you out of the Metrodome. So I got pushed down and I skinned my knee pretty bad. Like my knee really hurt after that. And I mean, I remember being super mad about it. Like the Metrodome bit me, literally, is kind of how I felt. And so ever since then, I've really been like, baseball's dumb. So you're welcome for that story. And if you're a fan of baseball, please know that I have nothing against you and your fandom. You go on enjoying it. It's just not my deal. However, I will tell you since we're talking about sports. Did you guys see what Simone Biles did? Oh my gosh. There we go. Isn't that cool? So then it looks kind of like a bow, but it's not too girly. And we'll finish this off with just a couple of dots. Simone Biles landed this most insane vault this weekend. You know Simone Biles, the gymnast. She's so awesome. All right, so there we go. I hope you liked my cards. So these, and then let's see. You can put "You're the greatest of all time" on here, and that'll be cute. Or you could use one of the other sentiments. It's kind of up to you. But that'll decorate your envelope. So here are my cards. So these are the kit cards. We have this one, "You're the Best," the All-Star, and coordinating envelope. And then my two alternatives are the All-Star or All-Star Dad, however you want to do it. And then "You're in a League of Your Own." So I hope you loved these projects. Go sports. Sorry. Thank you guys so much for watching. Of course, if you would like to subscribe to Paper Pumpkin, all the information is in the description of my video. It is a great way to get some crafty projects delivered to your door every month for a pretty minimum amount. If you would give me a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel, that would really rock my world. I appreciate all your comments. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great day. Happy stamping, friends. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.